أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. I seek refuge in Allah from Shaitan, the wretched one. Bismillahir Rahmanir Raheem. I begin in the name of Allah, the compassionate, the most merciful. وَنُفِخَ فِي الصُّورِ فَإِذَا هُمْ مِنَ الْأَجْدَاثِ إِلَىٰ رَبِّهِمْ يَنْسِلُونَ. The trumpet will be blown and they will rush to their Rabb from their graves. قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون. They will say, Alas, who has raised us from our graves? This is what Ar-Rahman had promised, and the messengers spoke the truth. إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون. It will be only a single scream, after which they will instantly appear before us. فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون. So on this day no soul shall be wronged in the least, and you, O mankind, will be repaid only for what you did. وَنُفِخَ فِي الصُّورِ فَإِذَا هُمْ مِنَ الْأَجْدَاثِ إِلَىٰ رَبِّهِمْ يَنْسِلُونَ. The trumpet will be blown. This is with regards to the second trumpet, نَفْخَ بَعْث, after which everybody will rise from their graves. In the previous ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned the first trumpet. مَا يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَّا صَيْحَةً وَاحِدَةً تَأْخُذُهُمْ وَهُمْ يَخِصِّمُونَ فَلَا يَسْتَطِيعُونَ تَوْصِيَةً وَلَا إِلَىٰ أَهْلِهِمْ يَرْجِعُونَ. Now Allah is mentioning the second trumpet, which will be blown by Israfil alayhi salam. فَإِذَا هُمْ مِنَ الْأَجْدَاثِ إِلَىٰ رَبِّهِمْ يَنْسِلُونَ. Suddenly they will get up from their graves and rush and scurry towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in other places. إِن كَانَتْ إِلَّا صَيْحَةً وَاحِدَةً فَإِذَا هُمْ خَامِدُونَ in the first place, and then فَإِذَا هُمْ جَمِيعُ الَّذِينَ مُحْضَرُونَ over here. In the other place Allah said يَوْمَ يَخْرُجُونَ مِنَ الْأَجْدَاثِ سِرَاعًا كَأَنَّهُمْ إِلَى نُصُبٍ يُوفِضُونَ خَاشِعَةً أَبْصَارُهُمْ تَرْهَقُهُمْ ذِلَّةٌ ذَلِكَ الْيَوْمُ الَّذِي كَانُوا يُوعَدُونَ. They will be told, this is the day which you had been promised. They will say, مَنْ بَعَثَنَا مِنْ مَرْقَدِنَا. Who rose us up from our place of resting? They will be overcome with grief and worry, and they will question, Alas, who raised us up from our graves? And then it will be said, هَذَا مَا وَعَدَ الرَّحْمَنِ. This is what Ar-Rahman had promised, and the messengers spoke the truth. Who is this who will say, هَذَا مَا وَعَدَ الرَّحْمَنُ وَصَدَقَ الْمُرْسَلُونَ? Hassan Basri says that this will be the Malaika who will reply to their question, مَنْ بَعَثَنَا مِنْ مَرْقَدِنَا. Farra also said this. Others say that they themselves will say, speak up, and they themselves will reply to themselves that, oh, this is what we were told in the dunya, that day of Qiyamah is coming. In Surah As-Safat Allah said, وَقَالُوا يَا وَيْلَنَا هَذَا يَوْمُ الدِّينِ هَذَا يَوْمُ الْفَصْلِ الَّذِي كُنْتُمْ بِهِ تُكَذِّبُونَ. They will say, Ya waylana, alas, this is the day of deen and recompense. And then they will say, هَذَا يَوْمُ الْفَصْلِ. This is the day of Faisla, judgment. الَّذِي كُنْتُمْ بِهِ تُكَذِّبُونَ, the one which you used to deny. So the second interpretation is they themselves will speak up. Another third version is that the non-believers will ask, مَنْ بَعَثَنَا مِنْ مَرْقَدِنَا, and the believers, mu'mineen, will reply to them, هَذَا مَا وَعَدَ الرَّحْمَنُ وَصَدَقَ الْمُرْسَلُونَ. We told you this, our messengers came, Rasul came, and they reminded us of this. And وَصَدَقَ الْمُرْسَلُونَ, the messengers always spoke the truth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِن كَانَتْ إِلَّا صَيْحَةً وَاحِدَةً فَإِذَا هُمْ جَمِيعٌ لَدَيْنَا مُحْضَرُونَ. In the other place Allah said, فَإِنَّمَا هِيَ زَجْرَةٌ وَاحِدَةٌ فَإِذَا هُمْ بِالسَّاهِرَةِ. One scream and they will appear in that open field before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Other place Allah said, وَمَا أَمْرُ السَّاعَةِ إِلَّا كَلَمْحِ الْبَصَرِ وَهُوَ أَقْرَبُ. The matter of Qiyamah is like blink of an eye. In fact, more quicker than the blink of an eye. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can raise the whole humanity from their graves, gather them in Maidan Hashar in just blink of an eye. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إن كان فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون. This day no soul shall be wronged in the least, and you will only be repaid for what you did. Not for something you didn't do. You will only be repaid for what you had done in the dunya. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in another place, وَلَا يَظْلِمُ رَبُّكَ أَحَدًا. Allah does not do injustice to anyone. Allah will be extremely just. He will only punish you for what He had done. And if you did not do anything wrong, Allah will not hold you to account for that. There will be insaf. Then what will happen? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala goes on to say, إِنَّ أَصْحَابَ الْجَنَّةِ الْيَوْمَ فِي شُغُلٍ فَاكِهُونَ. There will be two groups of people. One, the people of Jannat. They will certainly be on that day busy in some engagement and rejoicing. هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون. They, together with their spouses, partners, will be resting on couches in the shades. لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون. For them in Jannat will be fruits and whatever they request and ask for. And on top of that, سلام قولا من رب الرحيم. They will also receive salam and greeting of peace from the most merciful Rabb. إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون. The people of Jannat will be in some busyness, engagement. They will be engaged in something busy, doing something. What is this engagement in which they will be busy? Imam Qurtubi narrates, they will be busy in the ladhat and na'im of Jannah. And they will not worry about anything else. They will have no worries on their shoulders. They will be rejoicing. Waqi ibn al-Jarrah says, في شغل يعني في سماع. When they go in Jannah, they will be allowed to listen to the beautiful voices and the songs of the Hura'in of Jannah. So they will instruct them to sing for them, and they will enjoy the singing and the songs of the Hura'in of Jannah. Ibn Kaysan says, في شغل في زيارة بعضهم بعضا. They will go around visiting one another. They will go to their friends, they will go to their families, and they will visit their Jannats as well, and be busy in meeting one another, greeting one another. And Imam Qurtubi says, وَقِيلَ فِي ضِيَافَةِ اللَّهِ. They will be busy in the hospitality of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As soon as they go there, Allah will show them His hospitality. And whatever ni'mats and bounties Allah had prepared for them, gifts and presents will be showered upon them. And Allah's mehmani, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's treasures have no limits. He can give without limits, beyond limits. So Allah will give presents, and He will not be scared of running out of gifts and presents. So Allah's mehmani will be provided over there. The hadith says that when people go in Jannah, their starters will be ziyadatu kabidin noon. A special fish will be brought before them, and from the belly of the fish, that special kabid, the kaleji which comes out, that will be roasted for them, and that will be presented as starters. And their main course meal will be sawrun yunharu lahum, a special bull which will be slaughtered for them, and the beef will be fed to them. And that bull is not of this dunya. The bull had been grazing in the Jannah and the za'fran of Jannah, and from there the whole Jannatis will be fed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the beginning and starters, the mehmani which will be done to them. And Imam Qurtubi rahmatullah alayhi narrates over here that on the day of Qiyamah, a voice will call out, أين عبادي الذين أطاعوني وحفظوا عهدي بالغيب. Where are my servants who showed obedience to me and who protected my promise, my covenant which they had made to me without even seeing me? They held on fast to my instructions. Where are they? And these servants will stand up. Their faces will be shining like the full moon and the shining stars. They will be allowed to ride on beautiful camels, animals made by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These animals' rides will be made from nur, and the reins of those animals will be made from yaqut, special stones of Jannah. And they will fly with those riders to the top of Jannah and to over all the creations, and they will be brought before the arsh and the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will speak to them, Assalamu ala ibadi alladhina ata'uni wa hafizu ahdi bil ghayb. Peace be upon my servants who obeyed me and who protected my covenant without seeing me. أنا اصطفيتكم وأنا اجتبيتكم وأنا اخترتكم اذهبوا فادخلوا الجنة بغير حساب فلا خوف عليكم اليوم ولا أنتم تحزنون. Go, enter the Jannah without hisab and reckoning. There will be no fear upon you, nor will you grieve. فيمرون على الصراط كالبرق الخاطف. They will pass over the bridge, Pul Sirat, like the كالبرق الخاطف, like the speed of lightning. And فَتُفْتَحُ لَهُمْ أَبْوَابُهَا, and the gates of Jannah will be opened up for them. ثُمَّ إِنَّ الْخَلْقَ فِي الْمَحْشَرِ مَوْقُوفُونَ فيقول بعضهم لبعض يا قوم أين فلان وفلان وذلك حين يسأل بعضهم بعضا فينادي مناد إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون. The others who will be waiting in the plain of resurrection for their hisab kitab, they will call out, where is so and so person? Why can't we see so and so person? So they will be told, Inna ashab al-jannati al-yawm fi shughlin fakihun. The dwellers of Jannah have gone to Jannah and they are busy enjoying in Jannah. They've already gone. They've gone through the fast track. And they are already there. This is inna ashab al-jannati al-yawm fi shughlin fakihun. They will be taken swiftly into Jannah. Another hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, يَدْخُلُ فقراء المهاجرين الجنة قبل الأغنياء ب500 عام نصف يوم أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. The fuqara of muhajirin will go in Jannah before the wealthy half a day, meaning 500 years. So others will come 500 years after. They will go in Jannah 500 years before those who will be in Maidan Hashar and who will be waiting there for their hisab kitab. This is inna ashab al-jannati al-yawm fi shughlin fakihun. This riwayat is narrated by Imam Qurtubi rahmatullahi alayhi in his tafseer. And another tafseer of fi shughlin, busy in Jannah, is that they will be busy in sleeping with their hura'een, in enjoying themselves. हम बिस्तरी करने में मशगूल होंगे. ये मशगला जो होगा हम बिस्तरी, and lying and sleeping and enjoying with their hura'eens. Now over here their hura'eens, oh, hura'een is hura'een. Hura'een is from hawra, jama' of hawra, and the root word is Qatada, Imam Qurtubi rahmatullah narrates, is from hayrat. Hayrat के माना हैरानी, हैरान हो जाना, जिसको देखकर आदमी हैरान हो जाए, जिसका दिमाग चकरा जाए, उसको देखता ही रहे. When you see someone who is extremely beautiful and gorgeous and handsome, you just stare at them and you just don't move. So hawra, hura'een are so beautiful that you just keep looking at them and your dimag and your brain, dimag chakra jata hai. You just keep staring and looking at her. This is the beauty. There will be some hur that a person keeps looking at her and then he embraces her and he won't leave her for 70 years. And she will not tire from him and he will not tire from her. Qurtubi has narrated over here that he will sleep with her for 70 years. And he will not tire from her, she will not tire from him. And आगे क्या निकल हाँ, Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu says, إن الرجل من أهل الجنة ليعانق الحوراء 70 سنة. لا يملها ولا تمله كلما أتاها وجدها بكرا وكلما رجع إليها عادت إليه شهوته فيجامعها بقوة 70 رجلا لا يكون بينهما مني يأتي من غير مني منه ولا منها. That he will embrace her for 70 years. She will not tire from him. He will not tire from her. Every time he goes to her, he will find her a virgin. And every time he will go to her, his desire for her will return to him. And he will have intercourse with her with the energy and strength of 70 men from the men of this dunya. And there will be no releasing of fluid among them. And he will sleep with her without releasing of money and fluid, and his shahwat and desire will not wane, and he will not feel any weakness or slackness. Because the semen will not come out, so he won't feel any weakness in him. So this is, in the other hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna ahl al-jannati kullama jama'u nisa'ahum udna abkara." When Ahl Jannat will have jima' with their wives, they will return to their virginity. Once Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting, Aisha radiallahu anha was there. This old lady came and she said, "Ya Rasulullah, please pray for me that Allah Pak takes me to Jannah." Now she was very weak and frail and maybe holding on to walking stick, and her cheeks are gone, the teeth are gone. In this manner, she came and she approached. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam at that time was in a bit of a joyous mood, and he said, "Old ladies won't go in Jannah." Now she was scared, and she turned back and, "Why won't we go into Jannah?" She was going. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "Tell her you won't go in that old age. Allah will return you to your youth. You will be extremely handsome. Then Allah will take you to Jannah." Oh, that is what you meant. So when this is what Allah mentioned, "Inna ansha'nahunna insha'a faj'alnahunna abkara 'uruban atraba li ashabil yamin." We have created them in a special way, with a special manner, from the yaqut and zumurrud of Jannah, and they will be shining. There are ahadith which say the hura'een of Jannah will be created from mushk, ambar and kafur. And they will have the pleasant smell of mushk, ambar and kafur on them. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that their libas will be so beautiful and haseen that maybe like rose petals upon one another, 70 rose petals and 70 libas, 70 cloths will cover their body. And in spite of that, if the Jannati wanted to look at her, he would be able to see the inside of the bone marrow from over the libas which she will be wearing, because of her beauty and her handsome. And her face, like beautiful, her hair will be silky. In fact, there is one hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam went in Mi'raj and he saw these hur in Jannah. And because the Jannatis will be, their size will be enlarged, like to the size of Adam alayhi salam. So similarly, the hur will be large in size as well. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned the size of the hur, how tall they will be, how handsome they will be, and their hair will be silky, and how long, how many feet their hair will be, and how beautiful their face will be, their foreheads, their nose, their eyes. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned the headgear, the urni which she will be wearing is made from special fine silk, and that just the urni headgear which she is wearing is so expensive that the treasures of the whole world cannot pay for that urni and khimar which she will be wearing over her, never mind the libas which she will be wearing. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said there are different kinds of hurs in Jannah. Hur al-Aina is a special hur. When she gets up and she walks, then she will have 70 khadims and attendants walking with her. And she will be walking with that pomp and glory in that area. And she calls out from there, "I am for so and so people. You do these acts and then you will come to me." There is this other hur with so and so name, another hur with so and so name. And the mahr of the hura'een, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned a few things. In one hadith, he mentioned suppressing your anger. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said if a person gets angry and he controls his anger, and he doesn't take it out on the other person, then on the day of Qiyamah, Allah will call him and give him a choice of whichever hur he wants, he will be able to take that hur with him. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that the meher of hura'in is few rakats of tahajjud salah and picking up litter from inside the masjid, cleaning the masjid, vacuuming the masjid, hoovering the masjid, sweeping the masjid, cleaning the washroom, cleaning the toilets, and cleaning the area surrounding the masjid, keeping the house of Allah clean. So people who do this, they will be the inheritors of Jannah. They will get the special hurs of Jannah for cleaning the masjid and for praying those tahajjud namaz. And these are some actions which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, which hadith have narrated. So special hurs, and with those hurs they will be allowed to rest and sleep in Jannah. So this is fi shughulin over here. Now, what about the ladies of dunya? When they go in Jannah, they will be the queens of those hura'in. When the hura'in are so beautiful, then imagine how much beautiful the queens will be. Because the hura'in are the khadimat. They are the attendants of these ladies of this dunya. And the Prophet ﷺ said, when a person goes in Jannah, then he will have 70 women from the hurs of Jannah and 2 women from the women of this dunya. So your wife will be with you in Jannah, you will be given a choice to marry another woman in Jannah as well. So you will have 72. Now what about the jealousy? Well, there will be no jealousy in Jannah. Because Allah said, وَنَزَعْنَا مَا فِي صُدُورِهِم مِّن غِلٍّ تَجْرِي مِن تَحْتِهِمُ الْأَنْهَارِ. Any malice, hasad, rancor, jealousy will be taken out before you go in Jannah. The hearts will be clean. And many people in this dunya have clean hearts. Many people have 2 wives, but they both live extremely peacefully like 2 sisters. They have no jealousy among them. So Allah has placed the example over here, that these nice people, good people who have no jealousy in them, in this same manner, Allah will take you there and everybody will be in their jannahs and everybody will be rejoicing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying here, "Hum wazwajuhum fi zilalin ala al-ara'iki muttaki'un." That a Jannati will not go into Jannah on his own, he will go with his wife. In fact, in some riwayat it is mentioned, the wives will be taken first in Jannah and they will be prepared like a bride is prepared, and then the Jannati will arrive in Jannah. So they will be taken there, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's decree is that from the husband and wife, whosoever is more pious and whosoever has the higher rank, then the lower rank will be upgraded to the higher rank. So if the wife is more pious and the husband is not so pious, then the husband will be taken up to the wife and the wife won't be brought down to the husband. Because there are ranks in Jannah. And according to your a'mal, your Jannah will be made. The more beautiful your a'mal in this dunya, the more beautiful your Jannah will be. So if you have good deeds and good a'mal, and like our Shaykh Yunus Sahib Damat Barakatuhum says from Hazrat Shah Abdul Qadir Raipuri Rahmatullah, that Jannat ka dakhla to iman se hoga, lekin raf'i darajat a'mal se hoga. That entering in Jannah will be through iman. So if a person has iman, he has the key to open to the gate of Jannah. But raising the ranks in Jannah will be through a'mal and deeds. So whosoever has the best deed will have the best Jannah. So you do good deeds over here, ahsanu amala, then inshallah you will get the highest ranks in Jannah. So this is, when you go in Jannah, you will be joined with your partners. Whosoever has the highest rank, the lower rank will be taken to them. This is what Allah mentioned. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَاتَّبَعَتْهُمْ ذُرِّيَّتُهُمْ بِإِيمَانٍ أَلْحَقْنَا بِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ وَمَا أَلَتْنَاهُمْ مِنْ عَمَلِهِمْ مِنْ شَيْءٍ كُلُّ امْرِئٍ بِمَا كَسَبَ رَهِينٌ. We will join their families with them in Jannah. You will stay there in peace and rejoice. This is what Allah said over here. Inna ashab al-jannati al-yawm fi shughulin fakihun. The people of Jannah today are in some mashghala and some engagement. They are extremely busy and fakihun. Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu says, yani farihun. Hasan Basri says masrurun. Mujahid and Dhahhak say mu'jibun. They will be happy. Suddi said na'imun. But all the meanings are close, very qareeb. Fakihun is from fukaha. Fakih yafkahu fukahatan means to be of a cheerful nature, jolly person, jokingly person. Some people are extremely cheerful. Their sense of humor is very good. They are always smiling. So Jannatis in Jannah will always be smiling with a beautiful sense of humor and always jokingly manner, in a jolly manner, and they won't be like that chir person who is always angry and getting his frustration and anger upon our people. Allah said, no, fi shughulin fakihun. They will be in a pleasant mood and a very good mood, and they will stay in that mood and they will remain like that. This is what the Prophet ﷺ said, يَدْخُلُ أَهْلُ الْجَنَّةِ الْجَنَّةَ جُرْدًا مُرْدًا مُكَحَّلِينَ أَبْنَاءَ ثَلَاثٍ وَثَلَاثِينَ سَنَةٍ. Their age will be 33. It will not increase, it will not decrease. 33 years age is the age when the person is at his peak, strength is up there, his understanding is at its peak and level. So this is the very good age. So the Jannatis will go at that age. In this dunya, when they were at that age, how they were, this is how they will go in Jannah, and they will remain at that age forever and ever, and eternity will be given to them. So this is their enjoyment in Jannah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Hum wa azwajuhum fi zilalin ala al-ara'iki muttaki'un. They and their spouses will be in shades and reclining on couches, special couches. Hum wa azwajuhum fi zilalin. Zilal is plural of zullatun, and zilal means shade. Now in this dunya we have the sun, the heat of the sun. And when you are extremely hot and you want to rest, and there is no air conditioner or anything in the desert, and you see some oasis, and they rush towards it, and they go to the best shade, and they relax and lie down and fall asleep. And there is water, drink the water from there, and rest in the shade. And when the tiredness, fatigue goes away, then you move onwards. So shade was something that the Arabs loved. They loved shade, and they loved to sit in the shade. And that is why Allah said, in Jannah you will get these shades, and the shades will never fade away, and they will never go. And in this dunya you are sleeping in shade after 1-2 hours, the sun moves and the shade goes away, and you come under the heat of the sun again. But this will not happen in the Jannah. This is why Allah said, أُكُلُهَا دَائِمٌ وَظِلُّهَا مَثَلُ الْجَنَّةِ الَّتِي وُعِدَ الْمُتَّقُونَ أُكُلُهَا دَائِمٌ وَظِلُّهَا. The fruits will remain forever, and the shades will remain forever as well. تِلْكَ عُقْبَ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا وَعُقْبَ الْكَافِرِينَ النَّارِ. That will be the reward of those who have taqwa. Now where will this shade come from? There will be no sun in Jannah. So this shade will be due to the anwarat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Special nur will be lighting upon them. And in Jannah they will have time to time, like we have in this dunya, day and night. There will be no darkness, no sleep in Jannah, but however, there will be time for your personal needs and this, and your meeting and greeting, and for everything, eating, sleeping. There will be time, not sleeping, resting. So these timings will be set by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what Allah mentioned in Surah Maryam, وَلَهُمْ رِزْقُهُمْ فِيهَا بُكْرَةً وَعَشِيًّا. They will have their rizq in Jannah in morning and in evening. So there will be morning and evening in Jannah as well. So this is fi zilalin with regards to that. Another interpretation could be that zilal is plural of zullatun and zillun, and zillun means saya, and saya kiska hota hai? Darakht ka. And because in Jannah there will be plenty of trees, so the shade will be of those trees, and the meaning is they will be reclining under those trees, under those shades, because Jannah literally means something that covers. Jannah yajunnu jannan means to cover. And every word that has jim noon in it has a meaning of covering in there. For example, janeen, the baby which is in the mother's womb, because it's covered from our eyes. And junnatun means shield behind which a soldier hides. And majnoon, because his intellect and his logic, his understanding is covered by something, that's why he is called majnoon. And so this is the root word Jannah. And because Jannah is covered from our eyes, that's why it's called Jannah. Or maybe Jannah because the trees will be vast and everything beneath it will be covered from those above. So that's why it's called Jannah. And the shade That is why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna fil jannati shajaratan yasiru rakibul mujawwidul musri' fi dhillaha mi'ata 'amin ma yaqta'uha." In Jannah there is a tree beneath the shade of which a person riding on a horse would ride, rushingly swiftly for 100 years, but he will not be able to cut that shade, and it will not fade. So such huge trees of Shajara Yatuba, the huge massive Jannah, and in those shades they will be lying down on sofas, couches, reclining on them, and this is fi zilalin. And ala al-ara'iki muttaki'un, ara'ik is plural of arikatun, and they will be resting on those ara'ik and on those couches. Allah said, lahum fiha fakihatun wa lahum ma yadda'un. For them in there will be fruits and whatever they will request. Whatever they want, they will be given in Jannah. Fruits will be given. The special delicacies of Jannah will be in the form of fruits. Fruit is very good, and we should eat fruit like our Dr. Saab says 5 a day. We should eat 5 a day over here, and in Jannah we will get as many as we want a day. So fruits will be presented to them, whatever fruits they want and whatever they ask for. In one hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam asked the Sahaba, "Ala mushammirin ila al-Jannah? Ala hal min mushammirin ila al-Jannah?" Is there anyone who is preparing to go to Jannah? Make your preparations for Jannah. Make your way towards Jannah. Do something to get Jannah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Have your desire for Jannah. In one hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, do you not desire for the huri'een of Jannah? Show your zeal and desire for huri'een. When a person does not make dua after salah, then the Jannah and the Jahannam call out. Why is this person not asking Allah for Jannah? And why is this person not asking Allah for protection from Jahannam? And when a person says, Allahumma ajirni min al-nar wa adkhilni al-jannah wa zawwijni min al-hur al-'een, after salah, Allahumma ajirni min al-nar wa adkhilni al-jannah wa zawwijni min al-hur al-'een, then the Jahannam says, oh Allah, keep this person away from me. And the Jannah says, oh Allah, send this person to me. And the Hura'in says, oh Allah, let me marry this person, because he is asking for me. So you ask for Hura'in from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, show your desire from him. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Allah hal mushammirin ila al-Jannah. And he said, فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ لَا خَطَرَ لَهَا. In Jannah there is no risk. There is no risk in Jannah. In dunya there is lots of risk, but in Jannah no risk factor over there. And then he said, هِيَ وَرَبِّ الْكَعْبَةِ نُورٌ يَتَلَأْلَأ. By the Lord of Kaaba, the Jannah is nur and light which is shining and illuminating. وَرَيْحَانَةٌ تَهْتَزُّ. And flowers which are blossoming. وَقَصْرٍ مَشِيدٍ. And mansions which are high and lofty and built by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَنَهْرٌ مُطَّرِدٍ. And rivers which are flowing freely with fresh water and whatever Allah has made. وَثَمَرَةٌ نَضِيجَةٌ. And fruits which are ripe. The fruits will stay ripe all the time. In this dunya we only get seasonal fruits. In Jannah there will be no season. The fruits will be ripe all the time. Whenever you want it, however much you want it, you will be given from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَزَوْجَةٌ حَسَنَاءٌ جَمِيلَةٌ. And zawja and spouses who are hasin and jameel, gorgeous and pretty. وَحُلَلٌ كَثِيرًا. And clothings which are in abundance. In this dunya, our wardrobes are filled and then things stay lying around here and there. In Jannah there will be that time. There will be as many clothes as you want, and as many clothes and shoes and whatever you want, they will be presented to you. There will be no limits to clothings in Jannah. However much you want will be given to you. وَمَقَامٌ فِي أَبَدٍ فِي دَارِ سَلَامَةٍ. And a resting place of eternity in the abode of salamati and peace. وَفَاكِهَةٌ خَضِيرَةٌ. And green fruits. وَخَيْرٌ وَنِعْمَةٌ فِي مَحَلَّةٍ عَالِيَةٍ بَهِيمَةٍ. And virtue and good in maqam and mahal, which is ali and lofty and which is shining and illuminating. This is Jannah. Then they said, نحن المشمرون لها يا رسول الله. Yes, Ya Rasulullah, we are ready to prepare for Jannah and make our effort to earn this Jannah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, قولوا إن شاء الله. say, inshallah, we will prepare for Jannah. So the Sahaba said, inshallah, we will prepare for Jannah. Bolo bhai, inshallah. Inshallah. Allah hum sabko Jannat ke liye tayari karne ki tawfiq de. This is hal min mushammirin lil Jannah. Get ready and do something to earn Jannah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Allah goes on to say, they will have fruits in there and they will have whatever they ask for from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Idda'un is from da'a yad'u, du'a'an, mangna. Whatever they ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will give them. No desire will be returned without being fulfilled. Every desire will be fulfilled by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then on top of that, Salamun qawlam min Rabbir Raheem. Salam and peace will be said to them, which will be a word from Rabbun Raheem, the most merciful Rabb, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He himself will say, Salamun qawlam min Rabbir Raheem, Assalamu alaikum. Imam Qurtubi and Ibn Kathir rahmatullah alayhi narrates that Jarir ibn Abdullah al-Bajali says, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, بَيْنَ أَهْلُ الْجَنَّةِ فِي نَعِيمِهِمْ إِذْ سَطَعَ لَهُمْ نُورٌ فَرَفَعُوا رُؤُوسَهُمْ فإذا الرب قد اطلع عليهم من فوقهم فقال السلام عليكم يا أهل الجنة فذلك قوله تعالى سلام قولا من رب الرحيم فينظر إليهم وينظرون إليه فلا يلتفتون إلى شيء من النعيم ما داموا ينظرون إليه حتى يحتجب عنهم فيبقى نوره وبركاته عليهم في ديارهم. While they are enjoying in their blessings and bounties in Jannah, a certain nur and light will appear before them. And they will raise their heads and look at that nur, and suddenly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their Lord, will appear before them. And Allah will say to them, Assalamu alaikum ahl al-Jannah. O dwellers of Jannah, Assalamu alaikum, kya hal hai, theek thaak ho? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will speak to them. And this is Allah saying, Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Raheem. And the Ahl Jannat will look at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and He will look at them. And during this, observing the countenance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will not turn their faces towards anything else of Jannah. They will continue to look at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there will be so much peace and sukoon and nuraniyat and rahmat and barakat in that observing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They will not turn towards any other way. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will speak to them. And after the conversation finishes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put the curtains down again. And in this way, the Jannatis will be allowed to busy themselves with their life of Jannah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put the curtains and hijab over them. However, the nur and the barakat will remain with them while they are in Jannah. This is Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Raheem. This is narrated by Qushayri and Sa'alabi, and it's in Sahih Muslim as well as Imam Qurtubi rahmatullah alayhi said. This is Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Raheem. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself will say Salamun alaykum, and like we mentioned in another place, Allah will say Salamu alaykum. The Malaika will say Salamu alaykum as well. The angels, when we go into Jannah, they will say, Salamun alaykum bima sabartum fa ni'ma uqbad dar. Aajao ji aajao. Salamu alaykum, kya hal hai? Aur bima sabartum, tune dunya mein bahut sabr kiya tha. Le lo, ab tumhara anjam bahut acha hai. You had shown a lot of patience in the dunya, so now you will be rewarded for your good deeds by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is salam from the malaika, and wal malaikatu yadkhuluna alayhim min kulli bab. Salamun alaykum. And another place, Salamun alaykum tibtum fadkhuluha khalidin. This is over here, Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Raheem. And this is the state and condition of Jannah. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala moves on to the others, whose condition will be terrifying, and they will be in extreme pain and punishment and azab from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah said, وَامْتَازُوا الْيَوْمَ أَيُّهَا الْمُجْرِمُونَ. And O you criminals, separate yourselves from these mu'mineen and these Sufi servants of mine, these believers and mu'mineen. أَلَمْ أَعْهَدْ إِلَيْكُمْ يَا بَنِي آدَمْ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا الشَّيْطَانِ إِنَّهُ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. O children of Adam, did I not emphasize to you that you should not worship Shaitan? he is certainly your open enemy. وَأَنِ اعْبُدُونِي, and did I not say to you that you should worship only me? هَذَا صِرَاطٌ مُسْتَقِيمٌ, this is the straight path. وَلَقَدْ أَضَلَّ مِنْكُمْ جِبِلًّا كَثِيرًا, surely he, meaning Shaitan, has misled a large group from among you. أَفَلَمْ تَكُونُوا تَعْقِلُونَ, did you not have the intelligence to understand? هَذِهِ جَهَنَّمْ الَّتِي كُنْتُمْ تُوعَدُونَ, this is the Jahannam about which you were warned. إِصْلَوْهَا الْيَوْمِ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْفُرُونَ, enter it today because you used to deny and commit kufr. الْيَوْمَ نَخْتِمُ عَلَىٰ أَفْوَاهِهِمْ, on this day we shall seal their mouths. وَتُكَلِّمُنَا أَيْدِيهِمْ, and their hands will speak to us. وَتَشْهَدُ أَرْجُلُهُمْ بِمَا كَانُوا يَكْسِبُونَ, and their legs will testify to what they had been earning. وَلَوْ نَشَاءُ لَطَمَسْنَا عَلَىٰ أَعْيُنِهِمْ, this is the azab of akhirat, this is going to happen. But Allah says we could bring that now as well upon them if we wished. If we had wished, we could have wiped out their eyes. They will then run to the path, but how will they see? وَلَوْ نَشَاءُ لَمَسَخْنَاهُمْ عَلَىٰ مَكَانَتِهِمْ فَمَا اسْتَطَاعُوا مُضِيًّا وَلَا يَرْجِعُونَ, if we had wished, we could disfigure them, distort their appearances as they stand on their places, then they will be unable to go forth or go backwards, and they will just stuck where they are. We could do this to them, however we are not doing it. We will go over this next week, inshallah.
जन्नत का अच्छा नक्शा बंदी किया आपने।
अच्छा,
बहुत अच्छे।